Oh, the activities that go on in the middle of the night when you're supposed to be sleeping. Though I wasn't sleeping. What's that old saying? When you have lemons, make lemonade? That's what we're doing. Now, what is that all about? Well, at 1 o'clock in the morning, a huge truck came down our street. Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California. And we didn't know this, of course. I heard it though, because I was watching a Hallmark movie. But I heard this truck, and then I didn't know anything else until morning, until my neighbor calls me and lets me know that we are trapped and we can't get in or out of our street. And I thought, what? And he explained to me that there was manure on the street. And I said, well, can't we just go around it? Oh, no. This is a massive truckload of manure. So he went and he said he was going to get his dad and they were going to try to clean it off the street. I called the police department and they don't care. And then they said to call your city, but nobody is there today to get a hold of. I'm looking at all the different birds coming in. And then they said to call Public Works. Well, who's going to come on a Friday? So we looked at it. Gary and I went down and no, we couldn't get through. We even had a Walmart order coming through. So I went to meet the guy up with the Walmart order who said he couldn't drop it off because it wasn't at our house. And then he had to call Walmart and Walmart told him no. I said, look, you've got my phone, you've got my ID. Nope, you can't have your groceries. So Gary cleared the road just so he can get his car through a little bit. And then Gary decided, you know what? The old saying, when you got lemons, make lemonade. So Gary is shoveling it up out of the street because the city's not going to come till sometime next week. And I might as well just have it sit here and then I can put it in different containers or in the ground or maybe my truck bed. That would be a good one to do. I'm looking at the truck bed right now, and that would be really nice. So anyway, so that's been our day. It's been a crazy day. Let me show you here. Even the trees that are growing here, that could be really nice to put some around the trees. I mean, if the city comes, and when will that be? Sometime next week, because it's a Friday. Nobody works on the weekends. So let me jump in here now. What you see, because you may look at this pile and think, it's not that big. It was bigger before my neighbor called me. He tried to move it over a little bit because they needed to get out. It stood about 2.5, almost 3 feet tall, and it could do damage or you could get stuck in it. It was a real mess. So anyways, after they moved it to get out from their house, guess what Gary decided? And I'll explain what we did with it. He started to go pick it up. And me, I just hit the town. I was going to go mix things up. I have leftover soil from all my totes. I've got leaves. I collected around the garden. Gary's got some wood chips. Anything I've got. Well, now was the time while he was going back and forth to get my totes together. All of them that I didn't finish. And I'm going to tell you something. This could end up being a blessing, though it's the meanest, cruelest thing, because if you stop and think about it, something like this that looks so little could do a lot of damage. I mean, just think in the middle of the night, if somebody was really sick and you had to call an ambulance, they could not have gotten over. When it was first found, it was huge. There was no way to get over it. It would have had to been moved. If you needed paramedics, they would have had to hike in. It would have been a mess. That's why you cannot do this. It is against the law. But what we ended up doing is taking it all into our own hands. The neighbor was going to help, but he wasn't coming home from work till later. And Gary was here and thought, you know what? Let's go ahead and move it. Now, you may think it was a simple job. You see me just filling up my totes. Not with that directly. I'm mixing it up with all kinds of stuff I have around the yard. I'm still layering and composting in place. That includes kitchen scraps and collard leaves and all kinds of leaves and weeds. Everything was going in there. Now, though the pile doesn't look that big now, let me tell you something. Even though I've been taking from it as Gary was gone, it's bigger than that. It took Gary 6 hours of labor to move it. He filled up containers. He was going back and forth, and he was bringing it as best as he could in his large truck. The amount that was dumped was like getting a large pile of wood chips. And that usually takes people weeks to move. Can you imagine? He started at 8 in the morning. My neighbor called me at 7. He started at 8, Gary, and he was done by 3. Now, he did take a little break in between. He came to get water. I don't even think he had anything to eat. And he was going back and forth. For one person to do that, it was crazy. I asked him if I can help him. He said, no, it's better and faster for him to do it himself. So there's the pile, and it's quite tall, just like a pile of wood chips. And this is what he was doing. He was using these black tubs that we bought years ago, and I planted a few things in them. I still like the totes better, but you can plant in those. And he collected those from around the yard, and he just went back and forth. To load up his truck and try to push it out would have been far harder, he said. But this was easier to lift and to dump, and then as soon as he was done, he put all those containers back in there where they are already. He'd drive them back down and fill it up. That was so much work, but there it is. This is something he was determined to do and clear the road. Otherwise, it would have been really difficult to go back and forth, and they were calling for rain, which we may or may not get, and then you would have had that all over the place. And Gary was concerned it was going to just flow into a lot of neighbors' yards down that hill. So he figured he would get it out, and he was using those troughs. They're kind of a tub that's about 19 to 20 gallons. So this way it was gone and off. But this is what he did. Got his big shovel, loaded up the back of the truck, and just proceeded to go back and forth to collect that horse manure. What a job. We haven't used manure here in probably 5 or 6 years. It's been years. So we've got it from our neighbor in the past, but then we ended up with a problem with Bermuda grass, and that was in the ground. That wasn't in containers. It'd be easy to get rid of it out of the containers, but we really had to pull a lot of it out because that's like devil's grass. It grows everywhere. This could be good around trees too. But I was kind of excited, and then my neighbor came over and we were all staring at it, and she said, hey, this is good stuff. They actually feed alfalfa. You can see it. She knows. She's got horses and all kinds of animals. And she said, this is really good manure because you got to be careful. If you get manure that's coming from Bermuda grass, you can end up with weeds and stuff through all your plants. But if you can get it where they're feeding alfalfa, alfalfa has that big taproot also and pulls up a lot of nutrients. That's why it's so good and it's more expensive to buy. That may not be too bad. So it might have been a small blessing, though they should never have done that. In the night, 1 o'clock, and they parked, and you hear the guy, I can hear the guy on my camera sneezing, and they just dumped it. That's cruel and mean, but what are you going to do? It's been done. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to pick it up. So anyways, when you got lemons, make lemonade. So I came outside because Gary's working, and I wanted to ask him a little bit about how are you today with you moving all this?
No, I'm perfectly fine. I didn't use any other muscle that I don't normally use in my day-to-day.
Yeah, but 6 hours. I mean, you started at 8, and you were a little slow in the beginning, and then you worked till almost 3.
Yeah, it was about 6 hours work just to clear the road and get it here.
I know it would have been a shame to have it, taken away and thrown out in the garbage, basically, is what that's what they would have done with it. But still, that was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work, but no one else was going to do it, and who knows when they would have come to clear it.
I know one of our neighbors said something was dumped by him, and it took almost 2 months till they came to get it. The problem was we couldn't use the road. You couldn't have once our one neighbor made it a little bit of an opening, you could get a little bit through, but not much. But with the rain that they say is coming, it would have been in everybody's backyard.
Yeah, it would have been taken down the street into other people's yards.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know if everybody knows they would have ended up with this. They would have wondered where it came from. They have a river coming down that's not mud. Anyways, it was a good find. I just feel bad because I know how many hours it took for you to get it, but it's done. And are you happy you got it?
I'm happy that I cleared the road, and yes, I guess I'm happy that I got it. It took me away from what I was planning on doing yesterday, but it's here now, and we'll slowly move it to where we need it.
Well, I'm already using it in totes. It's been probably, I'm guessing, 5 or 6 years that since we've had any manure here from somebody that we knew, but we ended up with all that Bermuda grass.
Yeah.
You had that in your garden too?
I had a little bit in my garden, not a lot.
The wall is what had it over there, I remember, and it was like, what, almost a year to get rid of it. We couldn't get rid of it. It kept coming up and then it strangles the plants.
Yeah, I was just persistently picking away. Once I recognized what it looked like when it was tiny, just picked away at it until, you know, any stored energy in the roots just burnt out.
So if you have it in a container, you can dump it, you can drown it, you can burn it, you can work at it. But my goodness, there's so much here. What an awful thing for somebody to do. And obviously it was well planned because they didn't clean at 1 o'clock in the morning.
No, they knew what they were doing and they knew our area and they knew when to come in.
Oh, well, so I just figured I'd step out here, get your thoughts on it. These are, I think these are what, 19 gallon? These, they call them troughs, they call them tubs. You've grown in those before, haven't you?
Yeah, they're 18 or 19 gallon.
I've got a plant growing in it, but I don't use those. I like the square totes. They're easier to line up. All right, well, I just figured I'd come out here because I know you're working. You had a long day yesterday working on all that. And that's like getting a load of wood chips.
Yeah, it's about the same amount.
Well, it's what, about 5 feet?
About 5 feet tall, 12 foot in circumference, and it's a cone shape. So
I know it's hard to tell because I realized by the time I got photos in the street, our neighbor had moved some of it over to get the car through, but it was like 2 to 3 feet all the way across from side to side.
yeah.
Not counting the whole street. All right, well, I guess that's it. You can wave goodbye. I'll let you get back to your work. And with that, have a wonderful day.
Okay, and don't forget what you grow. Goodbye.
And when you have lemons, make lemonade. This will be good under the lemon tree. You can start putting this all around trees.
Yeah, I can. I think it's broken down enough. A lot of it's already broken down, and there's some fresh, but it should be safe enough to put under some of the trees.
I think I'll move some under that. Maybe not today, but another day. All right, bye-bye, everybody. Oh, my goodness. And don't call Gary if somebody dumps this in front of your house. I think we've got enough. Bye-bye.